He's not coming just to bring you back. He is coming to make you hurt.
Through the head, slit the throat, stab, and into the wall, and then...
Shoot schedule was 6 nights spread across 2.5 years.
Did I have any doubts if it would ever go out? Of course not. No way.
No, I didn't doubt it being completed.
Pick the best one, looking down, seeing all the mess.
Took longer than expected, that's for sure.
Set, boys?
Yeah, they... Set.
3, 2, 1, action! Let's get it fucking cut!
Action. You have to have a lot of patience with these sort of things when you're working to actors and performers who are working for free. You can't force your schedule on them. How Night of the Ronin came about, it was really a post-lockdown, post-COVID sort of idea. I knew coming out of lockdown we'll have a lot of actors, actresses, stuntmen who are itchy to get back in the game. So it really sort of fell onto me, if I wanted to take advantage of this, how quickly can I put a project together that satisfies, you know, all their needs or what they'd be getting out of working for free. Let's do that again. Without taking out the camera.
Sorry.
It's fine. And it's a big bag. The script seemed really interesting and I liked the character, so I was happy to take a risk and see, you know, what we would end up making, I guess. But I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
Jeff's at the door over here.
Well, I just put an ad out on Facebook or something like that. Hey guys, just looking for martial artists, stuntmen, actors.
I slid into his DMs on Facebook.
He was the only guy that got back to me.
And then he put me into a group chat with a bunch of stunties and did a crew call out for one of his short films, The Face, a cowboy short film, and I was just an extra. But it was really fun, and it was great to see Bender in his directing element. I was like, oh wow, this guy's a professional, you know, and I learned a lot on that set, and we just hit it off and talked a bunch of action films, and that's how I asked him to help me out on my project, Execution.
Turns out he's a really accomplished filmmaker himself. He'd specialised in Star Wars lightsaber choreography. He directed, edited, did VFX and sound design for all those films, and I saw an opportunity there. I said to him, I pitched him, hey man, would there be any sort of movie that I could make that you and I would like to maybe collab on? He goes, well, what'd you have in mind?
And he said, hey, how would you like to swap the lightsabers for katanas?
I don't like lightsabers. Would you want to do something like John Wick with samurai swords?
And I was like, hell yeah, baby!
He goes, yeah, man, that sounds great. And that's how we started the movie.
When you're ready.
Well, we're there to entertain, first and foremost. I have no background in martial arts or karate. I had like one boxing lesson when I was 12, but I don't think that necessarily has to translate to the screen. Like, you're not there for a lesson, you're there to be entertained. And I think that is where I'm coming from. It's like, okay, how do we take, you know, the fundamentals of fighting and apply it that it looks cool on camera? You're there to entertain first and foremost.
Jeffem was the action performer I've been waiting for since I started making films. Totally committed to the physicality of it all, choreographs his own action, and him being a director as well, he gives the performance that he'd want from his actors, and he holds standard that he wants from himself very high. And other times where I'd have to give performers, actors, direction on how to move and stuff, I would overhear him saying, okay, this part in the fight, I'm sort of really exhausted, kind of like Daredevil in the TV show, so I'm going to lean up against the wall and be hurting. That's just him directing himself. So that was a huge duty that was offloaded to him, and I sort of like working with actors who have their own ideas, their own movies and characters that they're referencing. There's less work for me to do, and I can just focus on the entire film.
Ah, sorry. Oh shit, same finger. Oh. Okay. Oh, good. That poor finger. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Keep going.
Casting for the film was interesting. We needed someone who had an emotional anchor, convey that across with looks, movement, getting that sort of emotion through gesture without relying so much on dialogue to create a connection to the characters. And Amelia was really integral in getting that across.
This place is exactly how I remember it. Exactly how they left it.
I think I saw a casting call on Star Now and I just applied to it. I mean, she's the catalyst for why, you know, Guy is fighting for her to protect her. So yeah, it's important that people feel for the character of Anna and they feel like the stakes for her. You know, obviously she doesn't want to end up in the hands of bad people and she wants to be with the person that she loves. So yeah, I don't feel pressure about that kind of stuff, but I definitely take it as like a responsibility to portray the character in a truthful light. I love doing high drama roles because I like to bring a strength and a softness to my female characters, like power and vulnerability. I think it's nice to be able to show both sides, and I have no issue with the, you know, damsel in distress trope. I think it's really nice the thought of someone coming to save you and take care of you. So I have no issue with it. But I also think like women's strength comes in a different way. It's a more quiet power, a grounded power that comes from within. How they hold themselves, how they speak to people. I hope I can bring that to all my female characters, but you know, I think I tried to bring that to Anna as well, like that she's someone that, you know, you'd want to protect and that you'd want to save.
I don't like villains that are sympathetic. I like villains that you really, really hate.
The way that I got into it was that Jeffim actually messaged me and being like, hey, there's this crew of people who are just making a short action-based film and they need somebody to do an extra role as a goon. And they were just looking for just people to fill the space. It would just be a very simple one-day shoot. And I was just like, yeah, that sounds fun. You know, I love action. I love anything that's movie based. I have a film background, and I was just like, yeah, anything to help out. Well, long story short, I was not just a goon. I ended up playing multiple different characters, and I play 3 characters.
I promoted him to a ninja. He knocked it out of the park as a ninja, and then I promoted him again to the big bad of the film.
I over-delivered, and then, yeah, became another character and more characters, and it went from there.
Think warm thoughts, boy. This gel is mighty cold.
It was interesting when he came on board, I gave him his costume, and he dressed himself like a normal person would. So the buttons open up, the hair gel was nice, and as soon as I saw it, I did the tie all the way up, put way too much gel in his hair, put the clip on, added the leather gloves, and he was telling me that sort of informed his character choices. He has a great relish in all the evil acts that he's doing. I wanted a character that was unforgivable villain. I don't like villains that are sympathetic. I like villains that you really, really hate. And so he gave him villainous things to do. So as an audience member, you're not only okay with him dying, you're begging for him to die.
Working with Nathan was super cool. He was really, really flexible. And I think he was also open to my ideas and a bit of creativity that I've inserted in there. And I think straight away it allowed me to build trust that this person can put something together. And I'm just like, yeah, this is a cool team that's come together. And just seeing what has happened in person, I was like, this is gonna be cool.
There you go. Can I go? Yeah.
I can still see it. My eyes closed.
Yeah.
I trusted him straight out the bat, I think. I've seen him work on the face, and he was very professional, he's very direct. He's very no-nonsense, which is what I like. He'll push you to your limit. He knows how far he can take it, and he won't settle for anything less than your absolute maximum effort.
Action!
But it's still very respectful at the same time, you know, and there was some stuff that I was a little bit iffy about, like, oh man, I don't know if I can do that.
Oh! Do you need me to do it to show you?
Hey?
You need me to do one?
Yeah, you do one.
And he'll go, oh, look, if I can do it, you can do it. And he would just do the stunt in front of me, and then I had to do it, because I'm like, I can't let him, the director, do the stunt, and then me not do it. So he was great. He was, he's a leader. He's not like a boss. He will lead by example.
Alright, set whenever you are ready.
I think that's really important for a director.
That's good.
What's Nathan like as a director? Terrible. No, lovely. I'd never met Nathan before, so I didn't really know what to expect. Drive, a couple hours out of Sydney to this like random house in the middle of this property. I'm like, am I gonna get murdered here? But no, Nathan was absolutely lovely. What I really liked about Nathan as a director is that he has that really laid back, friendly style, which I really enjoy, but also he's really clear about what he wants, and it feels like a collaborative process. But also what I love about him as a director is like, if I was doing something that he really didn't want or didn't like, he would just straight up tell me. Like, I remember like one particular note he gave me was, oh, Amelia, when you're saying this particular line, like, please don't blink, because I think it loses the impact of the line. And I loved that note. I was like, yeah, actually that's a really good note, because as an actor, you're thinking about so many other things, like your body language, like the dialogue, and then, then you're like, oh shit, I'm blinking too much, So that was really good too. And then when I saw the final edit of the film and the final cut that Nathan had used, it made my character look much stronger because I wasn't blinking so much. So.
We had 3 choreographers who did the fights for the movie. Jeffem, who did most of the sword stuff. Nathan Lord, who did all the hand-to-hand fights. And Alexander Robinson helped out with the choreography as well. There was no pre-planning ahead. Because everyone's working for free, you're working to their schedule, and people can cancel whenever they want. So if I was to choreograph for the fight, I needed Jeff, Alex, Nathan, Bronson, and Glenn. And I come up with this huge scene and say, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it. And on the day, only Jeff and Alex show up. All that work that I've done was just a waste of time. So each action scene was kind of like a MasterChef mystery box, in that whatever ingredients that arrived on set, that's what I would be using in the action scene. So everyone would get to set around 12 or 1.
Get back to work.
So they'd rehearse or choreograph the entire sequence for the 3 or 4 hours leading up to nightfall. And as soon as it turned night and we could shoot, that's when we'd shoot the action. So yeah, the basic nuts and bolts of the action sequences were handled by the choreographers, but I would just be overseeing the whole thing.
So not only were we talking about, hey, how can we make the best fight scene, but we also worked with Nathan saying, hey, we are going to do this fight choreography, but for these certain amounts of beats, it would be best if the camera was over there, because then we can do these really cool shots that you would only see if you were in the right camera angle.
See Glenn.
Yeah, so he activates it.
Yeah.
So wait, yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure, guys.
And so Jeff, Nathan, myself with film background, and then Jeff and I working on the action itself, we were able to create choreography, not just in fighting, but also on camera, and just do the whole entire piece together.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Nathan.
Nathan!
Oh, it was a fucking dream come true. Those guys are tough as shit. I was throwing them around, and they were just taking hits and bumps, and there was no complaints, and You know, working out the choreo was a dream. Like everyone was just locked in and just got it done, and we're all there because everyone was just so passionate about it, and it really shines through, and it shows in the choreo as well. Just the level of intensity. You know, we're there because we want to be there. Yeah, working with those guys was amazing.
What we wanted to do with the action scenes in the movie is not to just make them visually distinct from one another, but also with the ingredients. If it's fist fight, it'll be 1 versus a dozen. If it's a sword fight, it's got to be 1 versus 3. And we'd capture that in different ways. There'd be a lot of smooth orbiting movements for the sword fight, but we would go handheld for the more intense berserker fights. We're pretty much against the idea that the operator's working just as hard as the people fighting in the scene. We wanted the camera not to be following each piece of the action. Then it seems too rehearsed, too staged, too contrived. You really wanted just capturing the action and complementing it.
I've worked with Jeff on making videos, but we've actually never done action together. And I think our chemistry on camera and just moving adapted really quickly. So we were able to create certain scenes and sword fights because we sort of knew how each other worked. Not only that, we also knew where different camera angles were going to be. Everything you see in the film, we choreographed all in one day. Basically had 6 hours to put everything together and filmed it that night, including all of the death scenes, which happened at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
3 in the morning, it was freezing cold, it was the middle of winter.
In the middle of winter, in the bush, in the mountains, where the temperatures drop even further.
And he's shaking.
I had blood, barbecue sauce all over me. Just so cold. But when they said action, you just had to take a deep breath. It just stopped shaking. And then just play the character.
Okay.
And then when they said cut, just shaking again. it was.
I'm still cleaning the barbecue sauce and red food dye out of my hair and clothes years later. That stuff is stanky and disgusting and gross, and Nathan loved pouring that all over me. Alex had it worse though.
Yeah, keep dumping, Blender. More blood. Just dump it.
A lot of blood, and all of it went all over Alex.
Fuck you. It was a moment. It was a moment and a half. It was a very long day.
I was fine mixing up fake blood and coming up with VFX shots of dismemberment because I knew that was going to help us stand out from the rest of the action films that are coming out right now.
No, Bender and Mason, they've just got this synergy with each other. You know, they just get each other. You know, Bender will make some wild request and Mason will somehow make it work.
Wow, what a powerhouse team. Mason is amazing as well. He made me feel really respected, and both Nathan and Mason created an environment on set that allowed me to let go and, not feel self-conscious or anything. It was just about let's get the best performance out of this that we can.
They just they work so well together. They give each other the space to do their jobs as well. You know, like Mason being a director of photography will take the lead, but also follow Bender's direction where needed, and Bender will do the same, and will let Mason do his thing because he trusts him to get the right shot, and will only direct, when he needs to. It's like a perfect balance between those two. It's really an amazing thing to watch, and you can tell that they've been working together for a long time.
Ben Thatcher worked on the film as the composer, and we had worked with him previously on The Face and Michael Mann's Remnant. But this would have been the first time where he got to have a go at doing our style of action music. His action cues for the Three Ninja fight, probably some of my favourite film music that's ever been composed for one of our works. And the music really helped me understand the characters more, because the whole time I was struggling to figure out what Ronin was in this story. Is he a protector? Is he a good guy just trying to save somebody? And when we shifted to more horror tones, that's when the character made more sense. Like, oh, Ronin's a bad person protecting somebody. And that all came from Ben's music. The most difficult scenes to edit were the bookends with Amelia and Jeff. One, because the emotion of those scenes were so difficult to get right. If you don't believe or don't connect with the characters at the start of the film, all the action sequences that follow are up in the air. It's almost like, who cares? So I knew we really had to make you fall in love with these characters at the start of the film. And that took some finessing, but not nearly as much as the final scene. Being an immature filmmaker, I felt out of place directing that scene and felt even worse editing that scene. I thought, I'm a hack, I'm not mature enough to even attempt a scene like this. And usually when I get the footage from Mace, I can edit it the very next day. That scene would have sat on my hard drive for about 3 weeks before I was even brave enough to look at it. So I cut it together, I temp it with this beautiful track from Marco Beltrami, and the scene ends up working and working really well. Then this fear washes over me, what if the new music isn't as good? I remember that music came in and I was driving to set and got a call from Mason saying, hey man, the music's in. I was like, oh, tell me, is it as good as the Marco's track? Is it as good as the Mimic track? Are we fucked? It's like, dude, it's different, but it's so much bigger. So I get to the studio, he plays it, and suddenly the visuals aren't big enough. It's two characters dying in front of a sunrise, but the music elevated it to such emotional heights that I was thinking, boy, we need to add God rays and 2 Valkyries coming down because Valhalla's been opened up. It was such a huge, mind-blowing track. I thought, oh, we are really gonna wow them with this scene. It's all coming together. It's just truly an outstanding moment in post listening to Ben's music.
I was absolutely fucking blown away. It's the best thing that I've ever been a part of, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to see it. I think I saw it the first time at the Central Coast Film Festival, and to see it on the big screen with a crowd, and they're oohing and they're ahhing and they're cheering and squirming.
And then we will see Night of the Ronin.
It was absolutely fantastic to see, and my jaw was on the ground the whole time just to see the amount of hard work put in by everyone, and in post as well, all the VFX and the big sound and the big stunts and the big hits. Like, it was a cinematic experience, and yeah, I'm so honored to be a part of it.
He invited me to go and watch the screening. I came in, watched it, and I was in awe the whole entire time, and I just couldn't stop smiling, you know, ear to ear, smiling the whole entire way. For the size of the team, for the budget of what they put together, and with the amount of work that had to be done, it was outstanding. So I loved it. I loved the whole entire thing.
I remember getting reamed out at my old film school by another student, which is not in a bad way or anything, but I was accused of being very light on story. And I think audience are sort of trained to critique films in a very narrow sort of way. And if you look at filmmaking that way, you sort of really discount every other aspect of filmmaking that you have to express yourself with. Lighting, colour, movement, composition, sound, music. All that is in service of the storytelling. And when you can create a film that hits all those markers at the same time, you are really servicing a visual medium.
Last shoot, Night of the Ronin style. Been going since October 2021. End of an era. I'm going to finish strong, get these reshoots out of the way with, and get onto the real shit with the real talent.
The real talent.
Get this proof of concept done so I can hire some real actors to finish the movie.
Oh shit! It's Barker. He's got him.
We're missing an eye. So just get some duct tape and tape it over it in black, easy.
Go again.
I punched myself in the chin with the stock of the gun. Like an idiot.
There you go.
Hey.
Oh, gosh. And bike. Good catch. Pretty good. Yeah, we're good. Alright, that's it.
You're looking pretty fucked up.
Slide your camera up, other side, your left shoulder. Got it? How's that? You good? Destroyed the gun. What are we doing here, Nate?
We're puppeteering some legs to make me look like a police. That's the plan. Okay. What are your thoughts on this next stunt, Bronte?
Fuck you. 3, 2, 1, action! Got it.